You bring up a good point that I want to make sure that we touch on, and that is this idea of they versus us, right? And that of course leads us to the topic of fear, right? And people will say, I'm sure there might be some people who are going to listen to this and go, well, what about all of those people who have said that they have been abducted and that they were hurt? And so like I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this? Like, are there, I know that we've talked about the duality of starseeds, just as there is duality among humans and there is choice and free will among ETs as there is among humans. But how do you feel like we get past this, right? Like they're not, yes, they may come en masse, or they may continue to do what they're doing now, which is just kind of, individualized. Some of them have certain agendas or things that they need to do or want to see. I think a lot of it is curiosity, but how do we deal with this idea of fear?
Yeah. And I think, I definitely think the narrative has been made to fear, right? You look at the movies, everything, we have been conditioned to automatically fear. So that is something that unfortunately is just going to be there. I think if you took away that narrative, that fear, and, even the people, like, absolutely there's abductions. Absolutely. Yes. Now, but this is like, I look at this as like, heck, like I wouldn't care if I got abducted, because I look at that as like, they are either coming to somehow help my body or to help me ascend more, or understanding, like, I look at that as, if they're not coming to hurt me, because believe me, if they wanted to hurt me, they wouldn't send me back down in my body. Right? I'd be dead. Yes. Right? Like those, and so those people that have been abducted and have come back, I think maybe some of like, or if I've seen stories of like people with spaceship and it's the energy is too high for their physical being, right? For their body. And that can affect them and their body. But I truly believe that it's all in goodwill and curiosity and for our greater good. Right? Yes. Like I do believe that is kind of like the purpose of the abductions happening. I think it's, it's part of the ascension process. I could easily see you or I getting abducted if they're absolutely needing to upgrade our physical body to be able to continue doing the work that we're doing. Right. Yes. But because that narrative's controlled, and this the narrative's been like, because the people who run, like whoever's people who run and are in control and of the masses of us, right? They can't have, that is something that they can't control. And when you can't control something, what do? You infuse fear, because fear is going to control the masses.
Yes, and that is exactly it. Is just how do we control the information?